Hey everybody, Bones here, Bones Garage, bringing you update what's going on at the garage. So, 1957 Chevy BelAir 4-door. We now have her in the garage and started working on her. We now have the alternator out. We're getting ready to pull the old manual steering box out, and we're going to convert her over to a power steering box. So we got to get all of the power steering pump lines and everything else in there with all the bracketry. Another thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be pulling that suicide cylinder out, and I call it a suicide cylinder because it only has one reservoir. Dual master cylinder has two reservoirs on it, and it has a power booster back there. If we look over here, you can see what I'm talking about. There's the power booster there, and there are the two cylinders, which is a lot safer. So if one line goes, something in the front goes, you have rear brakes, something in the rear goes, you have front brakes. The new power steering box is sitting right here. We also have the power steering pump here. All of the lines, pulleys, and brackets are in there. And then, as you can see, there is a whole bunch of weather stripping and stuff that has to be replaced. From there, we are also going to do a front disc brake conversion with the master cylinder and the power booster. We're also going to be replacing all front to rear of his brake lines. Get that all nice. Then from the interior, you can see that we have already started tearing out that steering column. There's the steering wheel, the horn ring. There's the lower portion of the dashboard. There's the old steering column. We're going to be pulling that out, cutting the bottom of the steering column up to make it fit with the new power steering box. And let me tell you, I love the interior of these old cars. That pattern for the seats is just absolutely beautiful. We got some work to do in here. Got a lot of trim work that we have to finish up. We got the windlace we're going to be putting in. We also have all of the weather stripping on all of the doors that have to be replaced and put in. Somebody started and they did it all wrong and it all fell out. We have the trim up there that has to be replaced. In the rear of the car, you can see we have some trim pieces that aren't there. The trunk lock isn't in, so we're going to have to fix all that. Then we're going to go underneath and we're going to remove the old 2-speed Power Glide transmission, and we are going to put a 700 R4 transmission, 4-speed automatic in here. So give me a second, I'll put her up in the air and I'll show you what we got underneath. Be right back. So now that we have the car up in the air, I could show you what we're doing from underneath. We are pulling out the manual power steering box, which is right over here, and we're going to be putting the power steering box in. So we had to disconnect all the steering linkage. We will be replacing all of this steering linkage. We will be replacing these drums with discs and disc brakes, that is. So this way it'll stop a lot better, and we're going to do a power disc brake with a dual master cylinder. So this way, if something goes wrong, you always have at least some kind of brakes on this. Next thing we'll probably be doing is replacing this exhaust system. As you can see, that muffler here is bad. Looks like it actually blew up. Probably flooded out. Somebody finally got it started. All that fuel was sitting in the muffler and ended up igniting and blowing up the muffler. You can see right here how the muffler is all puffed out. So this way, yeah, it's no good anymore. And that's the other muffler. And the exhaust system only goes right to there. And the same thing over here. So we're going to be fixing all that. We're going to take the gas tank down, make sure the sending unit's working, find out what ohms it is, make sure it's compatible with the gas gauge, because his gas gauge isn't working. And we're going to replace all of the brake lines, front to rear. So there's quite a bit that we're going to be doing to this. We are also going to be changing out this 2-speed Power Glide transmission. This is a very early Power Glide transmission. Second gear is done on it. So we're going to take it out, put a 700 R4 in here. So this way you can hit the highway. We're going to take all this out for the transmission mount, and we're going to put a new transmission mount set up in there to accommodate the 700 R4. So lots of work to do on this, lots of things that are going to be changed, and a lot of stuff that's going to be fixed and made better. So as we go, I'll bring you up to date. All right, guys, have a good one. Okay, bye.